living near Betelgeuse in the Orion Constellation. Most of those reading this article live on planet Earth relatively close to our Sun. However, there would be many other people and civilizations living on other planets near other stars. We have spoken about many species from many other star systems on this website the last couple of years. This article focuses on those living on a couple of planets orbiting the red star Betelgeuse, which is called Carina by the locals. I introduce them now because there are some interesting developments up there recently. Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is the upper left red star in the Orion constellation. It is called a supergiant, and that is for a reason. The star is 900 times as big as our Sun. NASA would describe this star as a workaholic due to its rapid evolution, but Betelgeuse has run out of fuel and is getting colder while increasing its volume. Because of its already enormous initial mass, Betelgeuse will have a violent death. It will explode and go supernova. From a galactic anthropological viewpoint, Betelgeuse is interesting because it houses two species, namely the Eben, the driving force behind the nebula, and the Carina, also known as the blue avians. Let's take a closer look at both of them. The Eben. We have spoken quite a lot about the Eben in the past. They live on the fifth planet in the Betelgeuse system, called Edemera, which Elena describes as an unpleasant, cold, and desert-like world. They were part of the Alliance of the Six. They were deeply involved with the Cabal on Terra, and they worked alongside the Terran military in underground facilities. They were into hybridization and soul scalping. There is a myth about a certain group of Anunnaki that would have been the result of a mix between probably these Eben and a human group from the Sirius constellation. You can even watch a picture of a possible Eben, see footnote 12 in the related article. We also talked about the Eben in connection with the Orion Nebula, the Carina or the blue avians. Whereas the Eben obviously are a very malevolent species, the Carina are not. They are the benevolent neighbors of the Eben on the fourth planet, called Carina. They are originally humanoids who hybridized with local species. Even though they resemble birds, they have remained mammals and kept their reproductive functions unchanged. They look like humanoids with bird features, generally with blue feathered bodies and wings, and a very sharp and angular facial structure resembling birds' heads. They are members of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, but they would rarely leave their planet. They are considered wise beings and peace ambassadors for the Federation. Elena gave a wonderful description of the Carina during a Q&A on the Orion constellation. Some adaptation problems for the Eben hive. In the Star Nation news broadcast from October 9, 2023, Elena Denon gave an update on the situation in regard to the Eben. As a result of the collapse of the nebula, the various gray species were returned to their original home planet to form a planetary hive there, without forming a danger for the rest of the galaxy. The Council of Almalam has been appointed as a kind of custodian for this process. On Rigel things are going quite well, but due to the unstable nature of the star Betelgeuse, it is taking more time to fix matters in the Betelgeuse system. In the article on the website, you can hear Elena Denon talk about these developments. What is interesting is that she says that the Council of Almalam was getting assistance from a vessel from the Intergalactic Confederation. In an earlier report, there were ideas that perhaps the Anunnaki would assist the Council of 5/Almalam. Would there be any cooperation between the Council and the Anunnaki? Some closing comments. I want to thank Elena Denon for freely sharing these updates of galactic developments, and I hope that I can contribute a bit by providing some backgrounds for people who want to know more about the history of certain current events.